Hey, John Lund here from my good friends at Modesto Toyota. Did you know for over 54 years, people have been driving from all over Northern California to Modesto Toyota? Why? Because of the great deals and a huge selection to choose from. Over 13 acres of new and used vehicles. And it's no secret the Modesto Toyota has a large selection of certified used Toyotas as well. The best new cars make the best certified used cars. Certified pre-owned Toyotas have a 7-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty and 1-year roadside assistance. Modesto Toyota always has a tremendous selection of trucks, cars, and SUVs, all at great low prices. So, whether you're looking for a new or certified pre-owned Toyota, my good friends at Modesto Toyota, Kevin and the whole crew, they have the one to fit your needs and your budget. It's absolutely worth the drive to Modesto Toyota. Go to modestotoyota.com. Check them out online, modestotoyota.com.
What's happening? Thanks for joining us today. Baseball here on the Sports Leader. Logan Webb tries to break the skid, and we'll have that for you. And it's a YouTube game, but you can sync it with KNBR, as we've been told. That's a new feature, so check it out. Scott Osler is going to join us to talk about the quarterback of the 49ers and, of course, Detroit coming up in about 10 days. So we'll get into that conversation. We can ask him about Giants as well. He knows everything. And Scott Osler, check him out in the Chronicle. He joins us courtesy of the Uma guest line. First of all, thank you for joining us. And second of all, before we get to your quiz that you have on right now, Jimmy or Trey quiz, what do you think of the Giants skid, and are the Giants in first place for good? Or excuse me, are the Dodgers in first place for good?
First of all, thanks for having me on, John. And Pop, you're there too. Hey,
second of all, glad to have you. Third of all, let's
Yeah,
get to
we
our
are glad
fourth
to have
of all.
you.
Yeah.
Yes, we are glad to have you.
Yeah. Skid,
How are you,
I'm
Skid?
thumbs down on the skid. I'll give it the Mets thumbs down. How's that?
You and Javi
Well
Baez.
done. Well done.
Yeah. No, I think it's going to be tough. I think we're probably looking at more of a chance of a wild card. So be it. You know, it's baseball.
You know, the great thing about you when I first knew of Scott Osler, he was down at the L.A. Times, and you guys just that sports section you had down there. Your one here is great, obviously with Jenks and Ann, but that was just so high level. So just give me a vibe. Since you grew up there, you worked there.
Yeah.
The Dodgers are coming to town, and we get all into the beat L.A., beat L.A., beat L.A., and there's a real strong disdain for the L.A. Dodgers in this marketplace. I don't hear them chanting at Dodger Stadium, beat SF, beat SF. That's kind of weird, but I don't hear that. But it always amazed me, growing up down in L.A. and moving up here 27 or 28 years ago. And so I have a fair sampling of both places, and I love them both, and I'm happy to be here. I'm going to stay here as far as if I have anything to say about it, till they carry me out. But down in L.A., you never heard anybody say anything bad about the Bay Area. For instance, you'd say, I got to go up to San Francisco on business, or I'm going up to the coast on vacation. I'm going to go through Frisco or whatever. And people would say, oh, that's cool. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, isn't San Francisco great? Isn't Oakland cool and all that stuff? But you switch it around, and you talk to people up here, and you say, I'm going down to L.A. for the weekend. Oh, those idiots, those jerks, man. I hate that place.
That's a good point. I never thought of that.
You know, the one of the great things about L.A., I really love L.A. I like it up here better, but you cannot insult the city or the people down there. Like, if you go down there and stand in the corner and say, hey, all you Los Angeles people, this place sucks. You got smog, you got traffic, you can't move around, it's a terrible place, I don't like the people, people would laugh and wave at you and, hey, yeah, we're with you, we hear you. They just don't.
So they know it sucks down there, too, is what you're saying.
Yeah, basically. It's just that it's up here. It's more of a small town mentality. I spent some time in my career in a little town called Lompoc, and people there, near Santa Barbara, right? And people there were very sensitive. If you said the name wrong, if you said Lompoc, they would just go nuts. And I've learned that that's kind of a small town mentality, that people are sensitive about the image of the town and all that stuff. Down in L.A., not so much. You can't hurt them. So in a way, it's kind of sad. Yeah, there's no people down in LA thinking, "All right, we got to kill those Giants." But although I did grow up hating the Giants for sure. You know,
you did.
Juan Marshall going after John Roseborough with a bat. Are you kidding?
Oh yeah.
I couldn't have hated the Giants any more than anybody on earth.
Wow.
But
that was ugly.
For instance, you couldn't hate Willie Mays and stuff like that. But
Right.
Matty Schwab, come on. Matty Schwab was like a war criminal. It was terrible.
That's a great point. I
wonder.
wonder.
I have no idea who Matty Schwab is.
Yeah, I don't even know who he is. Who the hell's Matty Schwab?
You mean Matt Schaub?
By the way,
no, not Matt Schaub. No.
Not Schaubby, my boy.
not him. That's a great point
and
that you bring up, though.
Speaking of that, Pop, your name came up yesterday. I had a meeting of some of the old scribes like Dave Newhouse and Barry Tompkins and Spander and Mitch Jurasich and Lowell Cohn and Mark.
Oh my God!
And your name came up. And one thing we were remarking on, I won't dwell on this, is that we all agreed that we would like to have your memory. And I don't know if anybody has a better memory than you. I'm not saying you're smart. You might be dumb as a rock, but you got a great memory, man.
Nice, Scotty. Who's on with us now, John? I forgot who we're love Dave Newhouse. I played golf with Dave Newhouse and his son years ago. His son is an incredible golfer.
Yeah. Dave's a great guy.
Yeah,
we're up at his house.
Scott Osler's joining us. I did take your quiz this morning. I believe it's 8 questions, and you got to take it. Osler's got a piece up in the Chronicle right now. Jim Garoppolo or Trey Lance. This quiz will help Kyle Shanahan pick his starting quarterback. And I'm sure he is. I'm sure he's taken this quiz and been like, oh, okay, I got 6 Trey, 2 Jimmy. I got 6 Trey and 2 Jimmy on that. What did you get? All 8 Trey?
Oh, yeah, I got 8 Trey, yeah. I kind of set it up that way, I guess. Yeah.
So too.
Yeah.
Explain to the people this quiz.
I'm sure Kyle spent a lot of time on that quiz, but
yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's the idea. I'm trying to help him out. That's what I do.
I like it.
So you guys, you're on board with Trey, or you want to stay with Jimmy?
Well, Trey's hurt. He's got a bad finger.
Well, I know.
He's not quite ready to play.
He misses the week. He misses the week. He's still got him. He's still out there working with them, although he can't throw or do anything like that. And then he's got another week of theoretically a full readiness contact and all that stuff. So let's just say it's a minor. The finger's a minor thing, and it doesn't stretch into next week and all this stuff. So.
Yeah, the last preseason game against the Raiders was fascinating to me, and I don't think they're going to do this, but the way they alternated quarterbacks, it reminded me of Roger Staubach and Craig Morton in the early 70s, the way Coach Landry would shuttle in plays doing that. I don't think you're quite, maybe you were old enough to remember, but in 1950, I mean, you read about it and you were covering sports in L.A. How did the L.A. Rams rotate the Dutchman, Norm Van Brocklin, with Bob Waterfield? Because when you look at their stats, Scotty, they were exactly the same amount of how many games they started, how many passes they attempted, how many yards they threw for. How did one guy start one week and the other guy started the other week? How did they do that? Do you recall?
I'm not sure, but it did work. And by the way, I was 3 years old at the time, so my analytical skills were still a little shaky. They still are, but yeah, that would be an interesting project to go back and look that out and see if they did it every play, if that every series or what. Because for one thing, those are 2 guys who have fairly big egos, right? Mm-hmm. And they were just like second-string guys who were going back and forth. These are 2 Hall of Fame caliber guys who are sharing the position, and I don't think it's been done to that level since. And that's you got. I'm going to go get on Google as soon as we hang up here. And
I got David Lombardi on. I saw him last night at a dinner, and I got David Lombardi working on that as well. So we'll see which one of you guys comes up with that.
Yeah.
So
I don't think Kyle has in mind to do anything like that. I think that's kind of a mind game, and also just an exercise for his guys, and a seed planting thing for the rest of the league. So, yeah, but it was good. I liked it. It was a clever idea, I thought.
And what was the deal? Bob Waterfield, was he dating Jane Russell then, or was he married to Jane Russell then?
I'm not sure which it was, but yeah.
That's the only reason I did any research.
Again, you were 3, so you're forgiven. You were 3. You shouldn't know that.
Yeah, I wasn't.
But I was a sharp 3,
I'm sure you were.
My parents weren't even
dumb little toddlers.
My parents weren't even dating then, and there is something called encyclopedias and books where you can go in and read this stuff. But the Waterfield was dating Jane Russell, right?
Yes,
the quarterback of the Rams. Yeah, sure.
Well, of course.
Well, Jane Russell. We're talking Jane Russell, John.
Jane Russell on the haystack.
Yeah.
Remember that famous photo?
Yes, I remember. I got it over my bed right now in a poster.
So you do.
I remember that.
Scott Ostler is joining us from the Chronicle.
married,
Read his latest piece about the quiz that you need to take. And I retook it. I think it's 7-1, I think is what it is. But hopefully the finger's okay.
Right.
Scott, always great to catch up with you. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thanks, fellas. Good talking to you.
Take care.
Thank you, Scotty.
Hey, John Lund here from my good friends at Modesto Toyota. Did you know for over 54 years, people have been driving from all over Northern California to Modesto Toyota? Why? Because of the great deals and a huge selection to choose from. Over 13 acres of new and used vehicles. And it's no secret, the Modesto Toyota has a large selection of certified used Toyotas as well. The best new cars make the best certified used cars. Certified pre-owned Toyotas have a 7-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty and 1-year roadside assistance. Modesto Toyota always has a tremendous selection of trucks, cars, and SUVs, all at great low prices. So, whether you're looking for a new or certified pre-owned Toyota, my good friends at Modesto Toyota, Kevin and the whole crew, they have the one to fit your needs and your budget. It's absolutely worth the drive to Modesto Toyota. Go to ModestoToyota.com. Check them out online, ModestoToyota.com.